Hi guys, my name's Eleanor. Hopefully I'll be starting booktube. Well, I am starting booktube. And, yeah, basically, I'm from Australia, I'm 16 years old. This is my first video ever on YouTube. Like, ever. Ever. So, yeah, let's get going. For my first video, I'm going to be doing the Taylor Swift book tag. Yeah, so I hope you guys like it. For We Are Never Getting Back Together, pick a book or series that you were pretty sure you were in love with and then wanted to break up with. For this one, I'm going to go with the Fallen series by Lauren Kate. Okay, so I loved this first book so much. It was so good. I got through it super quick. And then I got to the second book. And Luce, our main character, just kept complaining about her boyfriend. He was trying to save her life, and she just kept complaining. And it wasn't even, I feel sorry for you complaining. It was literally, I hate you complaining. Like, no. Just no. Like, it was so sad because I loved this, and then next one was just ridiculously bad. So that's never ever happening ever again. Alright, for our next one, pick a book with red on the cover. Okay, I'm gonna go with my very old copy of Winnie the Pooh. I believe this was my mother's when she was a child, and it's a bit ripped but it's so gorgeous, and I just wanted to show everyone. Like, look, the pages are like all brown, which usually I hate, but this book just smells so good. So that's my red book, guys. For the best day, pick a book that makes you feel nostalgic. For this one, I have a books. Just dropped a lot of books there. For this one, I'm going to pick Eleanor and Park. This book is beautiful. It made me cry. It broke my heart. Everything. All the feels. It's set in the 80s, which just gives it a sort of vintagey, nostalgic feel, and the writing style is just beautiful. And I don't know, this book just makes me feel nostalgic. And I read it at a time when it made me feel nostalgic, guys. Read it if you haven't. Read it. Alright, for the next one. Love story. Pick a book with forbidden love. For this one, I went with the Vampire Academy series. This is the second book, because the first one is lent out to my music teacher. But, yeah, this one, don't want to spoil it, but basically our main character falls for a guy that she can't be with, really. And, this book series is probably my favourite book series of all time. It is phenomenal. Yep, that's it. Okay, so I Knew You Were Trouble. Pick a book with a bad character you couldn't help but love. For this one, I'm going to go with Monsters of Men, or the entire Chaos Walking trilogy by Patrick Ness. In this, we have the mayor, who is questionably bad. He does very bad things, makes very bad decisions, but I always felt like there was something else there. He wasn't just your average bad guy. Like, I just had so much trouble working out what this guy's motives were and if he was really bad or not. And I don't know, I just was so fascinated. Sorry, I can't talk. Fascinated by this guy, and I don't know. Like, I didn't love him as in, oh my god, this guy's awesome. I just sort of was so intrigued by his character, and I just wanted more of his character, and he's just a really well-written bad guy. So yeah, the mayor. So, Innocent. Pick a book that someone ruined the ending of. Alright, this is a very typical book. I'm gonna go with Legion. I was so close to not being spoiled. Alright, so I got this book the day it came out, and I live in Australia, which means and we're a day ahead of pretty much the rest of the world, right? So I got this book before it was out in England, America, pretty much anywhere, right? I didn't go on Tumblr. None of my friends had read it. Like, I was so good at avoiding spoilers. And then this girl in my year picked up the book, flicked to the page I was on, and asked me a question which pretty much spoiled the ending. Like, it wasn't deliberate, and I don't think she meant to do it, but it was just such an obvious question, and it just spoiled it. And I was literally a chapter from finding out, and she spoiled it, and I was just so angry. And yeah, let's just not talk about that. Alright, everything has changed. Pick a character from a book that goes through extensive character development. For this one, I'm going to go with Divergent. I know we just had Allegiant, but Triss, in this book, the beginning, she's this, like, shy girl who follows her parents' wishes, pretty much. Scared to think for herself, scared to do a lot of things. And by the end of it, she is brave, she is fearless, she is strong and independent. And, she just develops so much in this book. So, read it. If you haven't, like, you know, I'm sure most of you have or have seen the movie, but, you know, who knows. You Belong With Me, your most anticipated book release. For this, I'm going to have to go with The Ruby Circle by Richelle Mead, which is the last book in the Bloodline series, But, basically, it's the last book in, the Bloodline series, which is the follow-on series from the Vampire Academy series. And it is basically the last book in this world. And I really don't want it to end, but at the same time, I think this book is going to be phenomenal. Like, phenomenal. This series has been building up for 5 books, and this book is just going to be, like, mind-blowing. And I'm just so excited to see what happens to the characters that I've loved for 11 books already. I could do maths. But I am just so keen for this series. Alright, guys? Like, I'm just so keen for this book. Okay, Forever and Always, pick your favourite book couple. Again, I'm picking all the same books. This is ridiculous. Guys, I need to read more. Basically, I just adore these 2 characters, Rose and Dimitri. Like, I'm not going to spoil anything, and if you have read this, please don't spoil anything in the comments either, but just these 2 go through so much, and it's just, there are so many people in this series, which this is the last book in the Vampire Academy series, by the way, if I didn't mention that. But yeah, just so much happens throughout the series, and there are actually a lot of people which I ship in this series, but Rose and Dimitri have to be my OTP. They're just, yeah, guys. Alright, Come Back, Be Here. Pick a book you would least like to lend out for fear of missing it too much. Alright, I hate lending out my books. Let's be honest here. I hate it. It happens, but I hate it. And I feel like a terrible person because I'm the friend with all the books. And my friends get so bitchy about it. And I do feel really, really terrible, but I just hate lending them out. Like, they're my babies. Like, I don't want to lend them out. They're special, and they're in, like, perfect condition. Some of them I will lend out, and some people I will lend to, but it's only a select few, guys. Like, yeah. I hate lending out my books, basically, so the answer to that question is all of them. Alright, bonus questions. Teardrops on My Guitar. Pick a book that made you cry a lot. Okay, I was going to go with Eleanor and Park for this one, but since I've already done it, I'll pick something else. Feel like everyone is going to pick this one, but I'm going to go with The Fault in Our Stars by John Green, because it was the first book that made me bawl my eyes out. I've cried in other books before, but I was sobbing at the end of this, and I'm pretty sure all of you know why, but if you don't, please, no spoilers. But, just, this book broke my heart. Okay, and finally, shake it off. Pick a book that you love so much and you just shake the haters off. Wow. Okay. Okay, guys. For this, I'm gonna go with Allegiant again. I know I've had a lot of repeats of books or series in this video, but yeah, lots of people hate the last book of this series. I loved it. It wasn't my favourite in this trilogy, but I just thought this book was so clever and well written, and whilst I was not expecting the ending, didn't necessarily love the ending either, I just thought it was so effective and human and realistic. So I loved this book, regardless of what anyone else says. Anyway, that was the Taylor Swift book tag. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you have a lovely day, and hopefully I'll be seeing a lot more of you and you'll be seeing a lot more of me. If you like this, please like, please subscribe, and yeah, I will see you guys later. Bye!